Hi friends! It's a beautiful day on the estuary today and I'm going to be doing some wildlife photography. So I thought this would be a good time to share with you how I've been doing wildlife photography with my recent mobility problems. So let's get set up. So what's happening is that about a year and a half ago I developed an autoimmune disease called polymyalgia rheumatica, and it causes me a lot of shoulder and hip pain amongst a lot of other terrible symptoms. So my arms are a bit like wet noodles and I can't carry my camera gear anymore, which really sucks. So I've been working really hard to try to find solutions that will allow me to continue doing what I love. So today I want to share with you the solution I've come up with for doing wildlife photography. So at first I thought the solution was going to be in smaller gear, but I actually can't even carry my little mirrorless camera and my small lenses that I use for my landscape work, so that wasn't going to work out. The solution actually turned out to be bigger, heavier gear. So what I have, first of all, is a tripod that's as tall as me. And that allows me to just stand here without having to get my body into a weird position. And secondly, I have this gimbal head. So the gimbal head allows me to have my camera, and it totally supports the weight of the gear. So once this is set up, I can just point my camera in any direction I want and it just stays there, and I don't have to deal with the weight of the gear at all. So what I do is I just sit in my lawn chair and watch the beautiful scenery, and when something interesting happens, I just get up, come over here a couple of steps and take my photos, and that's about it. So let's talk a bit about the gear. First of all, this is my old tripod. It is a Gitzo GT1541T traveler tripod. It's a tiny little thing. I've had this for over 10 years, and I bought it because it's carbon fiber, it's super strong, and when I take the ball head off, it fits in my little tiny suitcase. So it's this one is just a larger version of the same thing. So I really like it because it's super light and it's really easy to use. It has these twist clamps, so I can just twist these and go like that. So this is awesome. Now, I have not been kind to this tripod. This tripod has been stuck in the sand, stuck in the mud. I put it right in the ocean. It's endured sandstorms, and it's been cleaned once. One time in 10 years, this tripod has been cleaned. What I do is when I use it, I often use it at this height here, and once it's all covered in sand and mud and salt and it's all dirty, I just don't collapse it, and then when I bring it home, I rinse it off and dry it, and that's it. And like I say, I've had this for over 10 years. This tripod doesn't owe me anything, and it's still as good as new. So when I was in the market for a taller tripod, I didn't even shop around. I just went right for the Gitzo. So this is my new one. It's a Gitzo systematic tripod. I only have about 1.5 of the legs out right now. It actually is about 6.5 feet tall. So the important thing for me was to get one that's as tall as me so that I don't have to bend down at all. And then the second part, the real game changer, is the Gitzo fluid gimbal head. Now before this I've never used a gimbal head before. I know a lot of people use the Wimberley head. I've never tried one. But when I did my research, what I found was that a lot of the bird photographers like this fluid head because it has a little bit of resistance to it. It isn't just all loosey-goosey. So it's really good for tracking birds in flight. And in my experience, since I've had this for about a year, I found the same thing. I have lots of super sharp bird in flight photos, and I like the little bit of resistance that it has. So I also have about 3 or 4 other things that I've come up with that have helped me continue to do photography, and I'll share those things with you in a future post. And also I just recently have received a Gitzo monopod and a Gitzo 3-way head. So I'll be reviewing those in the future as well. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.